Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. An elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the LSU Fighting Tigers, Baton Rouge and Tiger Stadium. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the Oregon Ducks, taking on the 17th-ranked team in the land, the LSU Tigers. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Have been waiting and waiting, and finally the moment is coming and the opening of the season. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They get him corralled, but not before he gets that return out to the 35. Got a little space. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. LSU right back to the line. Let's talk for a minute about LSU. You start the season top 25, clearly expectation. Turning it on! They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. A lot of urgency for this offense.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Quickly out to the tight end. And he's still running after the move. Racing down the left side. Touchdown LSU! He got loose and it was lights out after that.
A lot of offensive coordinators script their first 18 to 15 plays. Who needs it? Forget that. Just come out and score right away. First possession, you put points on the board. You create some momentum for this offense and for this season.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Leaves it with the running back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
Gives it on the option. Just enough there to get it to the 25, a pickup of 2. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged, but when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
There he goes! And a potentially touchdown-saving tackle made there after the long completion. And the Ducks will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. He'll take a shot. And that one's going to be incomplete. I don't think he got a foot down along the back of the end zone. Let's take just a second and talk about Oregon. Really good win on the recruiting trail last week. Got a commitment from a 4-star linebacker.
He's going to help them out a lot because of his speed. He simply has things you can't coach from the linebacker position. So his ability to track the ball sideline to sideline, but also get downhill, he's going to make this defense a whole lot more difficult to move the football against.
Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it first and goal. The Ducks racing to the line in the hurry-up. They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Now second and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. Tries again to get it in. And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line. Goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing away. You don't want to take a sack, lose extra yardage here. Just be smart with the football.
Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
Not going to give him a chance to make a play as they boot that thing through the end zone. They'll try to get the edge on the left. Got room at the 35. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. How about that tough, hard-nosed running? Rich legacy of that at LSU. Reminds me of Charles Alexander.
Yeah, and unfortunately, I was a part of that legacy, Reese, on the other side when Justin Vincent rushed for over 200 yards in the SEC championship game, and that's what you see LSU. That's what I've always thought of watching them growing up. And you watch the way they run their offense, usually it starts with the physicality and the ground game.
As a head coach, you love it when your quarterback is locked in early. Opening drive, throws a touchdown pass. Really nice throw on that last play. Here in the second drive, he's firing on all cylinders. You can tell this guy did his homework coming into this game, and right now it's paying off.
Now the play fake. It's complete to the left. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. The Tigers will hustle to the line. From the red zone, looking for a man. Got his man. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll go to the ground. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. He's got it on the run. And he'll go down, but he has enough for the first down.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
And you're not going to see many of those. That's a gift for this defense. You don't see this guy miss very often, especially to put 6 on the board. That was a big missed opportunity for this quarterback and this offense.
After getting nothing, it's 2nd and goal from the 6. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Man, the last thing you want after controlling the ball, moving it down the field, is to have to settle for a field goal attempt. It's 3rd and goal. They want to run this quarterback. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Tigers!
And that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball, but man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he has got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown, and they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Running back searching for a hole. Gets it across the 30 to the 31. A pickup of 5.
And after having a nice game like that on first down, for the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and taking a shot. Because even if it's incomplete on 2nd down, on 3rd, you won't have that long to go.
The Ducks can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They'll give it to the back. Oh, he's got some space. Inside the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Oregon. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him. You know they love their track at Oregon, and when the gun goes off and he hits open field, he is headed to the tape, and he was burning by the time he hit the end zone.
And they've had guys year after year with serious track speed. They'll get you the small runs, lull you to sleep, and then boom, they make those big plays because they got big-time playmakers with speed at running back.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. They'll get this drive started from their own 26. His way past the sticks for the first down, and the time is going to drain out here in the first quarter. It's been punch, counter-punch throughout the early part of this game as we take a look at the first quarter stats. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. LSU will get a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Nice job being physical by this offensive line, getting the first down, and what do they do right away? Right back on the football, ready to run some tempo.
He snagged him, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. All right, guys, let's talk LSU. Everybody uses the portal to varying degrees. Sometimes you just fill the exact right hole that you want. And this team, as they start this season, not a ton of new faces here, Jesse.
They didn't, but I don't think it's because there was a lack of effort on the part of the coaches, David. I think they believe they've got the roster in place now to have success.
Yeah, because when you bring people in, a lot of times you tick people off on your own roster. So when you only bring a few in, you cherry pick some elite talent and some real concerns that you have, sometimes it just addresses everything you need.
The offense changing the play. They'll send the back in motion. Looking to throw on first down. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
You simply don't see that very often. A quarterback of this guy's caliber missing a guy wide open in the end zone. He makes those throws in his sleep.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Power football with the run. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. From the gun, wants to pass. Extending the play. The line to gain. It'll bring up a decision here.
This is why third down is so difficult for quarterbacks, because the defense substitutes. They put faster guys on the field, and they've got all of their different exotic looks they've been game planning all week for, some things you haven't seen on film yet, and it confuses your offensive line. It confuses you, and you're out here just trying to make plays, trying to do something right to get a first down. Wasn't able to gain a lot there.
Scrambling away. Looking to the end zone. He throws back across his body, and it's picked off. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
And once the QB left the pocket, it felt like he was locking in on his dude, his playmaker out wide. I think the defense knew it too. Nice job taking the big playmaker away, breaking on the football, and going making a big INT for this defense.
And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Give to the running back. He's up to 86 yards on the ground. A very productive first half here in the season opener.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another play.
He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
And on that run, he shows you his speed. When I think Oregon Duck running backs, LaMichael James, Kenyon Barner, Jonathan Stewart, I think about guys that are burners, and when they got into the second level, they were gone. That's exactly what this guy is right here.
It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. They'll run it. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And you hear about run blitzes. This is exactly what a run blitz is. When you know the ball's coming up the middle, you want to bring those linebackers, get them closer to the line of scrimmage, and fire. Right when the ball snapped, he's coming downhill, doing a good job creating the loss. That linebacker really knew what was going on.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Just when they're looking run, now up top. That's caught. It's where?
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge third down coming up. He'll keep it himself. Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41. And the Ducks want to move quickly. Rides the back and leaves it on the option.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Pulls it in, it's Bishop. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. They'll go hurry up here. To the ground to try to pick up the first. They got 0 push up front, and they stopped him in the backfield.
Well, the defense is able to finally stop this guy, but he has been on fire. We're only in the 2nd quarter, and he has been absolutely lighting it up in this one. Nice job that time, defense, but you know this guy's going to get a lot more carries.
They're either really confident or a little reckless as they go for it on 4th and long from their own 45. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. The Ducks looking to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Working on the right. And a big gain there. He's knocked down immediately at the 45. They convert the 4th down, but back to the line with no time to waste. Right on the money. The defense will converge, and out of bounds he goes at the 40.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
Defense has to be frustrated. The offense keeps matriculating and matriculating and matriculating the ball down the field. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this 3rd down play. Clock running. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Using the quick game. Goes out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the edge of the red zone right at the 20.
He runs out of bounds at the 20. And that's a first down for the offense.
The Ducks have it with a 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
They'll try the run. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. play in the red zone, and this crowd is at fever pitch. From the gun, wants to pass. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
We know about this running back's versatility, and he's made some plays in this game so far, catching the ball. That time, though, he had no shot. Defender bearing down on him. They're able to get the hit and make sure it falls incomplete.
He got it. And, guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They put the brakes on him, but a good return out to the 36. One more snap coming before halftime. On the move. Got enough for the first. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. So with only seconds left in the half, here comes the field goal unit. Leave a mark, no good. And after the miss, they're still down by a field goal. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. LSU ready to boot it away and open this second half. Here he comes. This is a gamble. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They open this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game. And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, right down the middle. Zone. Touchdown, Ducks!
Yeah, offensive line, give me a crack. I'll do the rest. How about the Jets, the speed? He just turns it on, going 70-plus to the house. What a huge play by the running back.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. Arkansas is getting its clock cleaned today. That crowd was calling the Hogs in the pregame, but they're saying some other things right now. They're trailing by 24 to Auburn. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the second.
I think they will, Reese, and I think this is an offense that has proven they're playing with good timing right now. They've got some matchups where they're winning one-on-one, and they're just going to have to keep going back to the well, David, and relying on hitting some explosive plays to win this game.
Yeah, and I think we look at numbers naturally, and they're losing. So that's the most important thing on the scoreboard, but they have had success. And so what do? You keep playing pitch and catch. You got to score, but you got to talk to your defense. I need some stops. I need the football back quickly so we can do some more damage.
Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. With the catch, it's Clinton. And that completion good for a short game, but they still have some work to do to pick up the first down. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. With a double-digit deficit here in the second half, they're going to go for it on fourth down. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. On fourth down, they're taking to the air. He's got him. The definition of four-down territory has changed over the last few years. It extended into their own territory there.
Anywhere, everywhere, just look at the card, right? That card's supposed to tell us what to do, but maybe I'll go for it anyways. This offense, it's a little bit of a gamble, but they get the first down. Nothing to worry about.
Now on the move. Breaks into the open. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
And the defense gives up the first down. And oh, here they go. They're going fast. No time to substitute. Got to communicate quickly and get back on the line of scrimmage.
And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. LSU quick to the line. The defense calls the timeout. Their second of the day as they try to get their act together. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. A little release to the back. Smashes through the tackle. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. LSU getting set on 1st and 10. Motion from the back. From the red zone, looking for a space. Got some room into the goal line. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line. Quarterback will keep it. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, LSU!
It's just so nice to have a signal caller who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. They took it 64 yards right down the field. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. That lead has dwindled down to 3 now to see if they have a response. Powers through the defender. He now has 106 yards on the ground, and with that run, he eclipses the 100-yard mark in this season opener.
The defense has got to be more physical up front. Don't let them have those running lanes, those holes to break off a nice run, get a first down. And here's the thing, you better reload quick because they're right back on the line to call another play.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. A designed run for the quarterback. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge third down coming. They'll try to get the first through the air. Grab near the sticks. It's Ware.
And how about that third down? They go 5 wide. They'd spread the defense out. And at quarterback there, you're just trying to find your best one-on-one matchup. You're making a quick throw, and you're picking up the first to keep the drive going.
And the Ducks are on the move. They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
The Ducks with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. The toss to the outside. He's out of bounds at the 38-yard line.
Well, a short yardage situation, they decide to go with the toss play. And nice job up front, getting a little bit of push. That's all they needed to get that first.
The Ducks pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Takes this handoff and headed to the right. Got enough for the first down and wants more. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Oregon! An impressive run from the back. Gets him 6 points, good drink of water, and maybe a little oxygen.
He definitely needs some oxygen after that long run, but it looks simple, right? Just handing the ball off, but when you can make big plays like this in the run game, man, does it make offense fun.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. Gets it all the way out to the 33 before he stops. Decent field position to start this drive from their own 33. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Gets it out fast. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4. LSU right back to the line. Fires to the tight end. Tackled at the 45 after a 5-yard pickup. Now a first down from the 45-yard line.
Nice job decision-making by the quarterback there in the RPO, not handing it off, knowing he had to throw it, but then also understanding his open guy was going to be in the right flat.
Throws to the tight end. Snagged in the middle. It's Clinton. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down. LSU with the 1st and 10 here.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
Working that left side now. He'll be out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 24. And the Tigers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Back to pass. Got his man on the outside. And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lift. Just on the edge of the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 21. Making side adjustments here. To the air on first down. The quick out. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. Time has expired here in the quarter, and Oregon has the lead. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic 4th quarter finish. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. quickly complete. Touchdown, Tigers! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. On to attempt the try. Field shrinks, tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. The give to the single back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And I'd go back to him again after that first carry, but the defense more ready. They're more alert, dialed into the running back. They're like, listen, we've given up one big play. All eyes on him. Nice job getting the guy on the ground.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. Gets it to the back. Turning it on. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. To the ground with the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one. And the Ducks come to the line in the hurry-up.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout.
They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge 3rd down coming up. From the gun, wants to pass. Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
This offense is going to have to come up with a plan to block this guy. He is an absolute monster, and he showed you all his tools on that sack.
They kick it away on 4th down. And he is knocked down immediately after the catch. That punt coverage team had its hair on fire. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot, and now let's see if they can pull this one out. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed.
Yeah, and you're going to see this offense find different ways to get this running back involved. It's not just going to be on handoffs, and they're certainly going to line him up in different places and even throw him the football. But the screen game's a big part of it, too. We'll try to get him going there.
Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a 1st down.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. Well, here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Slings it downfield. He's got an open man. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35. The Tigers have it with a 1st and 10.
And with that pass right there, over 300 yards. That's a good day at the office. Being able to execute, doing a good job seeing what's coming, anticipating, taking some shots today, but has held really strong, put up some good numbers.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Tight end now in motion. They just keep firing. Quickly to the flat, the wide receiver screen. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. The Tigers in the hurry up. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. On the run, still looking. Swings it out to the flat. He's going to be a little bit short of that 1st down marker, and this defense did a tremendous job not to lose contain on the scramble. They're throwing for it on 4th down. Trying to escape and get it himself. They make the stop, and he knew exactly how much he needed and where he needed to get for that 1st down.
Man, it is do-or-die time right now for this offense playing at home, and the quarterback just takes the play over. On 4th down, knowing they're trailing, doing anything he can to scramble, find a way to keep this team alive in front of this home crowd. This is going to go down to the wire.
Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. Back up now. Here's 2nd and long. Leaves it with the back. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line.
And this offense doesn't have very many runs left in them. They try to sneak in the run. Nice job by the defense making the tackle, but they've got to try to maximize their time, maximize their plays to try to get some points on the board.
And the Tigers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Third down play from the gun. Flips it out to the back. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. Defender got caught, little handsy with that jersey, and it'll cost him. They've really controlled the ball on this drive, and the penalty gives them another 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. They keep feeding him in this running game, and the defense is having none of it. It's been that way all day.
I think the run defense, a lot of times late in the game, you always wonder how well it'll hold up. Nice job on this play by this defense getting in and getting the running back on the ground.
They get him down, but he was driving his way and gets it down to the 7-yard line.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule and it makes those 3rd downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play for this offense, but I love it.
Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
And this is a huge play call now for the offensive coordinator. 2-minute situation, down in the game, 4th quarter, 4th down. What can you dial up here to keep this drive alive and keep your chances alive of winning this game?
He might want another play. Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. Might be looking to run. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. They've got the lead here in the fourth.
Man, this game has been incredible to watch, and the offense comes through late in the game, takes the lead. What a clutch drive by this offense. Now, I'm looking at you, defense. You got the lead late in the game. I need you to go put this thing on ice and win it for me.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. Makes the catch. It's Bishop. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. Last chance coming up. Here's a throw downfield late. Fires into a world of traffic and is picked off. And that pick will seal the game as the clock strikes 0. Not all close games are created equal, but this one, man, what a ride. A matchup between a couple of ranked teams, and certainly it was a memorable one.
No doubt about it. I think there were a lot of eyeballs watching this game, not just fans of these two teams, but people maybe outside of conference affiliation looking in because this is a ranked matchup. So when you get this win, this is huge in the eyes of the committee with respect to the college football playoff. This win just means more.
I was thinking the exact same thing. Like, for the college football playoff picture, how big is it to get